What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? You're back. You're back with Bet on Black. Jeff in the building. Shawn with a W in the building. I gotta give us props, man. You know, we got the Yardman in the building. We got the Yardman in the building.
Oh, you got sound effects.
I gotta light it up. I gotta light it up. 7-1. 7-1 divisional picks, bro. 7-1. You had a little bit more faith in Houston than probably they did to make it close. But
yes,
we went 7-1. That's a 90%, 90+% on our divisional picks, and we're back. It's conference championship Sunday, and we're giving our weekend best bet. Shawn, how you feeling?
I am cautiously optimistic. You can see what I'm wearing, the logo on my chest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel good. I feel fine. I have thoughts, which I'm sure we'll get to. But yeah, man, let's pick some games, man.
All right, let's do it, and let's get right to it. Your main event, the first game on the schedule, but definitely your main event. Chiefs going to be more to face the Ravens. You said you're cautiously optimistic. Tell me what you're expecting from the game before we give our money line spread or total picks.
What am I expecting? I'm expecting if I give what I'm expecting kind of gives away the total, kind of gives away my picks, but I think this game I think the Ravens win this game. I think the Ravens should win this game. I think the Ravens are the better team. I think the metrics say they're a better team. The eye test says they're a better team. They've literally beaten 11 teams with winning records. This over 500, which has never happened in NFL history.
That's crazy.
Listen. I know Mahomes on the other side. This is also the worst Chiefs team of the Mahomes era. If we don't beat this Chiefs team, I'm going to be upset because, I mean, yes, Travis Kelce is going to be a year older next year, but Mahomes still Mahomes. You'll think they will do something, on the on wide receiver market next year. Rasheed Rice will be a year better, but this is an opportunity for us to take advantage of. So I am just prepared to take advantage of that opportunity, and the picks that I have will reflect that opportunity.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think this is by far probably the best. And you a fan, so you in the trenches with your squad. So you could tell me, but I do think that this is the best team that y'all have had under Lamar Jackson. When Odell said that, when he went on and he said, "Yo, this is the best team top to bottom that I've been on in my career, including that Lions squad." Including that Rams squad that won the Super Bowl. I was like, yo, that's a lot to say. And I know it's not like, it's like you don't try to hype up the team because Odell got that ring. And that team was stacked. But I think part of it is you have enough playmakers on offense along with Lamar in MVP form in order to score points. And that defense, bro, they only gave up 3 offensive points.
Yep.
In that game. Everything else was shut down. And there's special teams showing up too. Yeah, and this is the first time. This is even mind-boggling. The first time in the history of the franchise, you got the conference. You're hosting the conference championship game.
Yep, and think about it. This is our 4th conference champion. No, this is our 5th conference championship game because we played at New England twice. We played at not Pittsburgh. Yeah, we played at Pittsburgh once. And the first time we made the Super Bowl, we played at Oakland at the Black Hole. Then we had a conference championship again. Then we played Pittsburgh in 2008. We played the Pats in 11-12. So yeah. 4 times. So this is the 5th. Yeah, this is the first time as the Ravens were playing. This is the first AFC Championship game in Baltimore, I think, since like 1971.
You going back to the Colts.
It's the Colts. Yeah, absolutely.
Colts. Wow. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. All right, let's get to it, bro. What do you got money line spread total bet for this game?
So I'll say this. This line has been 3.5 all week. I just looked out. It's now 4.5. Take the 4.5. What I've actually put money on is Ravens minus 9.5 at plus 190. I'm actually seriously thinking about finding other alternate spread. I don't. If we win this game, if this game is close, the Chiefs are going to win. That's how I feel. If we let the Chiefs hang around, and we let Chiefs hang around, that will. It's not going to be a good look. If we win this game, we win this game comfortably. I think in terms of DVOA, the Ravens are like the 12th best team of all time. Right now, so I made that plus 190 earlier this week. Now I'm on a website that's not cut us any checks, so I'm not going to say their name, but it's now I'm seeing plus 186 on one website. I'll just tell you. All right, FanDuel has it at plus 186 at plus 9.5. DraftKings usually doesn't have as high. Plus 9.5 is plus 176. I was actually looking at not even joking. I was looking at plus 60.5. I'm looking at plus 20, like plus 20.5 is plus 680, plus 23.5. We beat the Texans by 24, plus 23.5 is 10-1. You can get, if you want to get stupid, you can bet if you think we win by 30, it's 17-1. I'm not going to go that far, but I think this game, the Ravens win this game comfortably.
And you got that more so because of how they've just been playing their form over the past few games, and not so much what Kansas City can't do.
Like you said, this is the best team Lamar Jackson's ever had. This is the most weapons he's ever had. They're getting back. He hasn't had, listen, he lost his starting running back when?
Like
Columbus
3 or 4
Day?
weeks into the season or whatever.
Columbus
I remember
Day.
that. I had Dobbins.
His number one target, his security blanket, Mark Andrews, who's supposed to be playing today, he hasn't played since Halloween. And this team is a number one team in the AFC. We're not. This is not Sammy Watkins. They walking through that door. Rashad Perriman, they walking through that door. Deshaun Jackson walking through that door. This is Zay Flowers. This is Odell Beckham Jr. This is Isaiah Likely. This is the best team he's had. So it's not about, I understand the Chiefs, whatever, but I personally think this 3.5 for the Chiefs was a sucker's bet by Vegas all week. And now it's going to 4.5. The plus 3.5, and now it's going to plus 4.5. People are slamming the Ravens anyway. So I think I want to go look at. So I'm actually gonna go look up like the money splits, but I think this is the Ravens should win this game. I'm sorry, like Mahomes is great. He's the best quarterback in the league right now. The Ravens should win this game.
Okay, that's Sean's pick. You actually. I wouldn't say it's not a teaser, but you went to alternate spread for the minus 9.5.
Yeah, I did an alternate spread.
You did alt spread, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If I was a Ravens fan, I'd be rolling there right with you. I'm gonna play it a little bit safer and give what the books are giving to me. I'm rolling with Baltimore with the points. I'm laying the 4.5 at minus 108. Kansas City can't catch, bro. Let's just call it what it is. Bawadi Jones, what did Bawadi Jones said? He playing with people with 4 feet, and 2 of them are on their head, 2 of them are where their feet is supposed to be, and 2 of them are where their hands are supposed to be. Like, I've been watching Travis Kelce because I think in the playoffs you're as good as the security blankets that you have on offense. And Travis Kelce, he's still good, but he isn't capital T Travis Kelce that he's been before. And I think at this point in his career, this is when you get the stud wide receivers to complement him so that he can make the big plays. He can make the big plays, move the ball down the field, be there for the touchdown, and to have those explosive games when you need it. I don't know if Mahomes can rely on Kelce against y'all defense. Any other defense, I was comfortable with the Bills because I figured the Bills were going to bill at some point, because when you have those rivalries where you got to get over the hump at some point. you don't break that mental edge until you actually do it. So for me, I gotta see it before I believe it, even with them being on the road, because that team and that quarterback and Mahomes has transcended the whole home versus road thing. Super Bowl games are neutral sites anyway, and we've seen the way that he's performed. So I had the faith that he would do it. In Baltimore with that defense, where these dudes, it's a master class of drop passes that they be having on that side. I think they're going to control it on defense. I don't think Kansas City's defense is strong enough to win this game for them. Because I think they're going to have to keep them in the game, and Mahomes is going to have to be magic for them to pull off a win. I don't know, man. I think the Ravens pull this out. I think they pull it out. I don't know how comfortable it's going to be, but I do think that they can win by 6 or more. They're going to get into a point where Kansas City has to try to break our hearts and try to score the garbage time touchdowns in order to make it look more cosmetic. But I think Baltimore got this locked up.
Okay.
Definitely do. Right. Let's go. We're going to go into the NFC. Second part, Lions going to the Bay Area to take on Brock Purdy and the Fighting 49ers. All right, Shawn, what you thinking about? What you thinking about this game? How's it looking for you? Let me know what you putting on this.
Okay. Oh, a couple things.
Yes.
One more thing about the Ravens.
Yeah, let's go.
The other bet I like, Dalvin Cook, anytime touchdown. He was plus 750. He is now plus 1,300. He was our best looking running back against Houston. He was spry. He was young. He might vulture a touchdown. Dalvin Cook times plus 1,300.
Hold that. We're gonna talk about that after we make the money line spread total bet.
Okay.
So
all right,
we'll run
Lions.
I'll make sure I get it on the screen for everybody.
Okay, Lions Niners. My heart says Lions. My mind says Niners. There is a formula. I think the 7 is too much. I think a lot of it's the funny things. Let's say about the metrics pointing to not pointing to the Ravens. The metrics point to the Niners here. Where I think Lions can keep this close to possibly win is that you could run on San Francisco low key, and Dan Campbell is not afraid to run the ball. I'll put it to you like this. I have a parlay, and it's not my official pick, but I have a parlay of Lions-Ravens money line at, I believe it is plus, it's right here. It's plus 471. So that's where I'm leaning, but I have an official pick, but I'm leaning towards, I think from a value perspective, I like that. I like that for value.
So what is that again? You broke up a little bit. What was that?
It was Lion. It's a Lions Ravens money line parlay plus 471.
Nice. So you rolling with the Lions on the money line.
So my official pick is Lions plus 7.
Lions plus 7. Got you.
Yes, I actually want to see if that line has. I don't believe it has, but I will just double check.
Yeah, it's at minus. It's at minus 120 right now.
Okay, now it's 7. Now it's 7.5. Yeah, now it's 7.5. But that's my pick for this game.
Okay. I like. Oof. That Lions money line. That Lions money line.
Let's do it.
Man. Let's do it. You know what? I roll with it. We need at least one pick where we jump out there. I'm going Lions money line. Lions money line plus 290. That's what I'm seeing right now. Right now it's plus 290. If you want to believe in qualitative, non on the field metrics or statistics or things where you think it can affect the game, just like weather could affect the game and things like that, I do think there is a mental edge to this team. The Lions are riding one of those moments, one of those years, one of those streaks where it feels like they could beat anybody. I'm a Giants fan. I seen that look in the 2007 season where the team was unified. They did just enough, a fantastic defense, offense that scored the points when they needed to, and all they needed was one opening, and they took full advantage. Whether you gave it to them on the defensive side or they had to make a play. They made the play. And I've seen that from the Lions. Yeah, I know this isn't like statistical X's and O's. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing from the Lions right there. It's enough to take a flyer on Lions money line because, Brock Purdy's done what he's needed to do. Brock Purdy's done what he's needed to do to get the Niners in the championship game. I ain't going to shit on him. I'm not going to try to talk about put him in tears and whatnot. All he has to do is not mess up. Not mess up, play his game, get the ball to his skilled players, and they should be fine. I do think that San Francisco's defense isn't as dominant as I kind of felt like they were. I think there's going to be a lot of points. I was actually looking at the over a little bit, where I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Like, shout out to Justin Tucker for getting me that over that over 43.5. He got me over 43.5. So it's Justin Tucker we trust. But I kind of like the over, like a little sprinkle of the over. But I do think if this game is kept close, that percentage of victory, that expected victory is going to go up for the Lions no matter what the situation, because the Niners still, once again, have to get over a hump as well. So
yeah,
you talk about head versus heart. I love the Lions for the storyline, but I do think if you want to take a flyer, I can't believe I'm saying I'm more confident that the Lions could upset the 49ers than I do the Chiefs can upset Baltimore in Baltimore. But we here now. So I like the Lions. I like the lines there. Lions plus 290 on the money line. Let's lock that in. Let's lock that in. So you taking the points. You taking the points with the Lions. I'm taking the line. And with your team, you did the teaser, not the teaser, excuse me, alternate spread minus 9.5. And I took what they're currently giving is minus 4.5. So yeah, it's got. I think at the very least we're gonna get good games. I think we're gonna get good games. It's gonna be entertaining. They're gonna be what we expected them to be. So I'm hyped for that. Before we get out of here, I know the people love a little bit of the prop game. So you had already mentioned it. You already alluded to it before. What's one of your favorite prop bets for this weekend? This Sunday, I should say.
So like I said, for the Ravens, I have Dalvin Cook plus 1,300 for anytime touchdown. If you have BetMGM, his first touchdown is plus 4,000. I think that is worth $5. You have spent more on less in your life. So listen, that hits. We going Sizzler. All right. And then, like I said, I have the part. And then now for the Niners, the prop I actually like the most is Brock Purdy over passing yards, over 274 passing yards, minus 110. Actually, if you look at the last few games, if you look at the Lions game log, as I'm going to pull it up here, they've given up a bunch of ton of passing yards to the opposing quarterbacks. In fact, I have it right here. It's loading for me. Yes. So these are the passing yards allowed by the Lions the last few weeks. Actually, no, I don't. I'll find it, because this has the total passing yards, and I want that includes sacks and everything. But I want the passing yards from the thing. So I like that, and I also laddered it a little bit because over 342 passing yards, I is plus 500. I took that as well. So I'm gonna look this up. Jeff, you can share the props you like, and I'll look up this stat.
Yeah, do your thing. Ravens, Chiefs. Give me Isaiah Likely anytime touchdown. Right now, looking at DraftKings, he is plus 330. Dog. You talk about not spending. You spend less with $5 in your life. You've spent less with 20. You spent less. You bought bullshit with $20. This is a bet where you could put this on, and this dude can get this for you without having to put multiple picks in a parlay to get to a more favorable 330. 3 straight games. Actually, excuse me. Let me not take that away from him. 5 out of the last 6 games, he scored a touchdown. he scored a touchdown. And if you're telling me Mark Andrews is coming back to play any variety of snaps, I would probably look at an outside sprinkle of what do they got? Is he on the board? I don't even think.
Who?
Yeah. Mark Andrews is on the board at plus 215 for an anytime touchdown. And Isaiah Likely is plus 330. Mark Andrews coming back is the best thing that could happen for Isaiah Likely bettors because people are going to get gassed. He's probably going to get extra attention like, oh, we got to pay attention to Mark Andrews as if Isaiah Likely hasn't been lighting up teams during this playoff run and during the last half of the season. I think he's become the tight end position has become Lamar's go-to. And when I look at how they play in the red zone, this dude gets open, man. He just gets open and they've built that rapport where he knows if he throws it in the corner on the post, Likely's going to get it. He throws some ridiculous pass that only likely is likely to get, he's going to grab it. I love it at plus 330. I love it. And I like Andrews too, because I could see him getting one of those vultured goal line touchdowns as well, or in the close red zone. So, but I would definitely say, just looking at it, Isaiah Likely, because he's not. You tell me, Sean, that's your squad. They're not going to cut his reps because Andrews is coming back, right?
No, I mean, also Andrews, like, no, I don't. I think that maybe share that. I think he's developed a good rapport with Lamar Jackson. Who knows? Mark Andrews maybe get a snap count again. This is his first game in 2 months. So I wouldn't be afraid of that. I would not be afraid of that at all. Isaiah Likely scored, I think it's 8 in his last 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His last 6 games, he has scored 6 touchdowns. He scored in 6 of his last 7 games. The only game he didn't score was the San Francisco game where we destroyed them. But he scored against the Rams, against the Jaguars, against Miami, against Pittsburgh, and against Houston. So I love that bet.
Yeah. And one other thing I got running is I would take a flyer. Right now it's at plus 115. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 100 plus reception yards. Because I just think this dude gets enough targets in his last, let me see. He averages about 9 targets a game over the last 6 or 7, if I'm doing my quick maths right. He's averaging about 9 receptions a game, and his yards after the catch are crazy. I think he's going to go out. They're going to need him. They're going to need him. So I could see him being somebody who quietly racks up 100 yards, maybe a touchdown also. But I like Amon-Ra to show up in this game.
Yeah. And speaking of Amon-Ra, and the Lions, here are the Lions pass. Here's our quarterbacks passed against the Lions the last 5 weeks. Nick Mullins, starting week 16. Nick Mullins threw for 373. Dak Prescott threw for 323. Nick Mullins back again threw for 359. Matthew Stafford threw for 357, and Baker Mayfield threw for 319. I feel confident that Brock Purdy can get to over 300 yards, especially if we think this game is close and they'll have to throw a little bit more. I'm confident in number, and that's something you may want to ladder as well. So you can bet over 274, you can bet over 342, whatever it is. Just make sure the money is less and less as you go.
Yeah, and speaking of ladders, I'd love to look at likely ladders for anytime touchdown and then 2+ touchdown, because I think it's on the table. I think it's possible if the Chiefs are going to try to shut down the running game, if they're going to try to do anything else or take him away, if Mark Andrews is out there decoying, I think it's likely for him to have that game.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Championship weekend. Those are our bets. Sean, anything to say to the people where they can find you, or any last words?
If you've been too high or too low when it comes to sports, Jay's been in the game long enough. That's why I'm in a good place. And we will have no problem carrying the burden of being America's team, because nobody outside the Kansas City area and the Swifties want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
There it is. All right, y'all. That's Bet on Black. We got our favorite picks and everything going on for Championship Sunday. Thank you so much for locking in with us. Thank you for locking in with the Jeff J Says YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Like this video if you love what you're hearing. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We gonna check you. We might have to get back up for the Super Bowl, Shawn, and get our. We're not trying to do no squares. With no squares, I'm retired from the squares. But we might have a lot of prop bets and a lot of picks depending on who's in the game. So that does it for us. Thank you for locking in with us. Good luck on your bets. Bet responsibly too. Don't be betting your red checks on these damn games. All right. We talk to you soon.